app open. And if you don't know how to get access to that, everyone has a Google Drive app. If you have a Gmail account, I will show you exactly how to get access to that. And just stay close to the chat because I will be popping on some links in there. And so that you guys are here on Zoom and also on the Facebook. We're live on Facebook as well. So you guys can check it out. Because here's the thing, guys. I've been in sales now for, I just realized, my father passed away back in 2001. It's 2001 because my husband and I met a year later, a little bit less than a year later. And my father passed away. You know, you guys know my story. We lost everything. I grew up on Westbury, Long Island. Berry baby, woo woo, go Dragons. Grew up in Westbury, Long Island all my life. Went to all the elementary schools, middle schools, everything. So when you grew up on the Long Island, okay, let me give y'all some quick tea. It's not like the city schools out here in Queens, Brooklyn, and the Bronx. The city schools, if you go to a different grade or each school district, you end up meeting a different set of friends, a different set of people. So, for example, my son went to elementary school, right? And then now this year he started middle school. Middle school, he's around it's a totally different school, totally different set of friends. So he has to reacquaint himself with people. Y'all get what I'm saying? I don't know how you guys do your schooling, but out here in New York City, that's how it is. I grew up on Long Island, New York, and it was very different. I grew up in Westbury. So if you went to elementary school, you see the same group of people in high school because it's a zoning. So you could not, like, if Jericho Turnpike Carl Place was nearby where I grew up, I couldn't go to their school district because it goes by where you actually live. The city and state that you live, that's the district that you will go to. So when I tell you that I've known my friends for 30 plus years, it's true because we've known each other since pre-K, boo, okay? Pre-K. And another thing is, any Long Islander would tell you, we don't date people in our town because that may be your second cousin and you don't even know, honey. I can tell y'all stories, real tea. When I met my husband, I made sure he was not from Long Island because I didn't want no mixing of the, you know. Because at one point I was like, wait a second, a couple of my cousins, they got extra digits. Any of y'all ever been born with an extra digit, like extra finger? Like both my kids were born with extra fingers. So I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but I think me, the LC think that somewhere along the generation, some cousins or some whatever was mixing and dipping and you know, I don't know. So I want to make sure, that, because let me tell y'all something. If you do live on Long Island or any small town, right? Don't ask the man what his mama's maiden name is, girl. Girl, you better ask him what his grandmother's maiden name is, because that's the key right there. So if I heard Adams Green, what else? Adams Green. There was a couple other last names. But I heard those four last names. I was like, I don't think that's a good idea. Wow, it's only fourth down. Boo! I don't care how far down it's. We ain't mixing and dipping and no, okay. So that's just a little historical story for you guys. I don't know how I got into that. Anyway, we know, right? So like I just said, back to the slideshow presentation. Guys, if I get off topic, she says, Coach, you're getting off topic here. Let's get back on course here. Because I am taking down this broadcast. Those of y'all who watch it on Facebook, I will be taking down this replay. Oh my God, April Skinner said, my son had an extra digit. Yeah, my first, I have 4 kids, you guys know. My first son and baby V, my last child, both of them got extra digits. Yes, they were both born. Baby V was born with a whole extra finger. We got that shaved down a little bit. And my son was born, my oldest son was born with an extra finger. So, because my dad was born with an extra finger too. So that's from their side. They're from the South. You know what I'm saying? Like South. You know what I mean? I know it wasn't from my mother's side because they're from the Dominican Republic. You know what I'm saying? But you never know. You know, let me just stop. Let me not go there. I don't want to offend anybody. I'm just talking about the LC. Me. Okay? I had to cut those things off, honey. So I'm like, oh shoot, somebody was dipping and dodging, and I don't do that. So like I said, this is not going to be a slideshow presentation because y'all got to use your power of discernment. Just because somebody got a cute little website, a bad beat down slideshow, doesn't mean that they are given good coaching programs. Because here's the thing, you could put a lipstick on a pig, but what do we say, church? A pig is still a pig. Okay, point blank, period. I'm not calling about no pig, but that is a read. But here we go. So, like I was saying, April said my dad had one too. Yeah, my dad had an extra digit too. He sure did. He sure did, honey. So what we're going to talk about today is content creation. Okay. For those of you, if this is your very first time watching this crazy, beautiful, beat down to the gods woman, my name is Letitia Campbell, and I believe that every woman deserves the right to be financially independent so that she can design the life that she deserves. I help you develop habits that will allow you to reach your goals, get the most out of your time, and set an action plan that will allow you to generate more sales online and create your empire. I'm also your #1 sales success strategist, creator and founder of the Camel Success Network, and the creator of the Sales Success Academy program. So every Monday, right, I do a content creation training inside of my Sales Success Academy program. Those of you who are in SSA, type in #SSA. We're going to start cycle 11 on December 1st. So those of you guys who are interested in joining my 12-week program, it is a group coaching program where you just don't get the coaching, you also get the assets as well. So if you are interested in getting coaching along with graphics, funnels, and email marketing and all this stuff, I have 2 different packages that I can offer you. So definitely inbox me right away, and we can have a conversation, because I don't normally promote my SSA program to the public. And I know that sounds crazy. It's internal marketing, because I got to make sure that you're a right fit, because everything about my business is about results, right? I love working with women who have true passion, not just desire to be successful, but have true passion and willing to do what it takes to make sure that their business is successful. And that's important. So like I said, this training I do every Monday, and what it does is allows you to just simplify your content creation process. You guys see me for the past 3-4 weeks. I've been going live practically every day, right? With different forms of content, new information all the time. And a lot of people ask me, well, Letitia, I can't do it like you. You do it so easy. I'm like, no, it's not. Like, I just follow this simple process that I'm going to teach you guys today. Are y'all ready for it? Let me see some readies in the comments here. That's going to allow you to just say, wait, let me just slow my brain down and not get so technical, and not look at all my competition and see they have all these pretty slides and these pretty pop-ups and all this prettiness, and just get simple and get transparent. And that's what people love. They love it when you're simple, transparent. You're not putting in all these jargons and all these terms that they get confused about. It's just so simple. You can go live and create content where you go live for 10 minutes or all the way to 30 minutes. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? But you got to understand that it's something that you have to do. Another thing is that I want to mention before I forget is the whole branding part of everything. This week, I'm going to be talking about branding. And I'm going to change it to my trademark process that I teach. So I'm going to teach in the next cycle is how to create a sellable brand. Okay. I'm not a branding coach. Okay. I think these branding coaches out here, most of them are just a bunch of frauds and a bunch of just Google coaches where they just get all their content from google.com. And that's the only I just gave y'all a surface read. I'm not going to go more depth into that read, because I can go so deep into that, but I'm not going to. Yes, niece, talking about you. So it's all these little things that come up on social media, and you're just like, wait a second. What is the cusp of branding? Branding is about reputation, right? And it's about so many other things as well. But when you really look at the surface, it's your reputation. It has nothing to do with creating a pretty logo or a website. I don't even have a website till to this day. When I get around to it, I get around to it. But it's like, it's just about reputation. Like, what is your reputation? And that's what people are looking at. You know, they're not, your social media is your website. Can we just be honest here? You know, there's people out there on social media, all these branding coaches and business coaches will tell you, Oh, social media, you got to have a website, you got to have social real estate. My email list, my bot list, my text list, my wait list, that's my social real estate. Who the hell cares about a website? I don't care. Do y'all care? When it comes to you getting a result from people, people can have a pretty website all day and give you garbage all year. Point blank, period. Right? It's about your reputation. What is your before anybody connects with me in my email and my inbox, they're looking at my Facebook, right? Personal and business. They're looking at my Instagram. They're looking at other things. They don't even know that I have camelsuccessnetwork.com. Right? They don't know. They're like, oh, Tisha, I've been seeing you around Facebook, and oh, I just stumbled upon I don't know how I found you, girl, but I just stumbled upon you over there on YouTube. Y'all need to get into YouTube immediately. YouTube is, if you start putting your content on YouTube, that's like you putting your business on demand. It's like you making yourself the Cablevision, the Verizon, the whatever service y'all have on demand, because people will always go back and watch that content. But I had somebody actually reach out to me just from stumbling upon my video that I did a year ago. I did that back in February of last year, and they found my stuff, and I was like, ooh, that's the tea. That's the tea, y'all. Y'all listen to me this morning. Yeah, Ron says she shut down her website. Absolutely, because I'm not trying to say, I mean, if you already spent your money, okay, go for it. But don't vex yourself about all that stuff. So anyway, I'm going to be sharing my screen with you guys. But I want to ask a question, which is, how many of you guys struggle? Who on here struggles with creating content? Type in me. And what I mean by content is that when you are marketing your business on social media, you got to have something impactful to say every time you show up. So who has gone weeks with saying, well, I don't know what to talk about. Yeah, I have this coaching program. It teaches women how to do yada, yada, yada. But, or like Sasha, like I'm a virtual assistant and I want to work with coaches, you know, but what do I talk about? Like when I go live and I hit that go live button, and I don't feel that people are really afraid of going live. Like somebody said went live that people have a phobia of live. Boo-boo. I don't believe that anybody got a phobia of going live, because somebody gave you $1 million to do it. You hit that go live button and be showing pictures of your cat, dog, toilet, everything, right? I think because the fear comes, you don't know what you don't know what you want to talk about. But if you know what you want to talk about every day and you have it written down, typed up, like I have, hold on one second, y'all. I have a folder here. This is my live stream folder, and it has all of my, this is what I do every day when y'all hear me, see me go live. This is the content from this week. Last week, sorry. This is all my content from last week. And all it just is my bullet points, and it just keeps me track, because y'all know I got that live stream ADD where I'll just get off topic in a second. But you know, I have my content written down. So that's why when you guys say, oh, coach, you make it so easy. It's not the fact that I make it easy. I'm just prepared. I'm just prepared. That's all it is. And when you're prepared, just like you would be at a job, you walk into the office and you know what it is that you're supposed to do. If you didn't know what you're supposed to do, you'll sit there and be like, yeah. Right? Hey, Devin. Hey, Ray of Sunshine. Another thing, guys, this is a working training. So my clients will tell you, ask questions as they come up. Let me tell you something. I'm not going to scream at you. I'm not going to be like, yeah. A couple of y'all in here know what I'm talking about. Powerful. I'm like Trevor Otts. Powerful people ask powerful questions. So, and your content is the number one way that people are going to click that buy button. It's nothing to do with your website. It's nothing to do with the fact that you spend $1,000 with somebody on graphics. It has nothing to do with a media kit or a branding film, because I have 4, 5, 6 branding films right now. But hello, it's my content that makes money. All right, so let's jump right on in. So the first place I start with, and let me just go set this up for you guys. because I'm going to show you guys step by step by step by step. Okay. How many of you guys have a Gmail account? Type me. You don't have to put your email. Yes, Sasha. Sasha said, God is good. We connected just in time. Love it. Just so y'all know, I'm streaming on Facebook and on Zoom. So how do you know when you are over delivering when you live stream? That is a great question, Roz. And so if y'all have questions, please ask. So how do you know if you're over delivering on your live stream? Is when you're talking about the how. That is the number one way that you know that you are over delivering. When you're live streaming, even when you're on stages, it's like we just did the Success Tour event 2 weeks ago. I was telling my speakers, because we had calls for 5 weeks before the event. Every week we had a call. And I said, listen, even though you guys are doing it for your presentation, I call them talks, right? Because people get nervous when you say presentation. You still got to talk about the what, not the how. Right? So let's say, Roz, you're in the medical field where you're doing, talking about Medicaid and stuff like that. And I've seen your emails. Your emails is your emails is all about how. It's not the what side. You got to say, well, every time you go live, every time you post, every time you send an email, you got to talk about the what, not the how, not the how. What is the problem? Not how can they get a solution? What is the situation? Not how can they get a solution in their situation? What is the financial circumstances that they're in? Not how can they get out of it? Sasha does virtual assistant services. So she's not going to come up with tips on how they can better manage, coaches can better manage their time, get time management tips and all these other things, and how to nurture their clients and how to make sure that communication level is great. No, she's going to talk about what the problem is, right? These coaches, these entrepreneurs online are doing everything by themselves. They have huge income gaps because they're not getting the help they need. More importantly, even if they do have VAs, because I did that mistake in the beginning, you're spending all this money with VAs and you don't even know what to give them. And then also you're over there trying to hire these Filipinos and these Chinese people overseas, and hell yeah, you're paying them $5. But hello, there's a language barrier there, and they can't even communicate with your clients because they don't know the language or the lingo. There's so many different things that you talk about. But if you go into the how part, that is when, hey, Shoshana, good morning. That is when you are, in fact, over delivering, right? Geico will never teach you guys how to get insurance, like how insurance actually works, how you can actually, because you can independently, open your own insurance business and charge whatever you want. But they're not going to do that. They're going to talk about, I don't know, Allstate always showing the accident. You know what I'm saying? Geico is always showing something that's very humorous, right? And then they lead into their offer, but they're talking about the what, not the how. Did that help? And again, guys, if you have any questions, put it on in the comments. All right. So everyone should have a Gmail account. You should. If you don't, open one up. But with Gmail, what's awesome is that you get access to your own personal Google Drive. Now, I use Google Drive all the time because I put all of my content that I have on my computer onto my Google Drive in case, God forbid, my computer crashes. I have all my videos on Google Drive. I have all of my content on Google Drive. Everything is all there just in case. And also, it's easier for me to share content from my Google Drive with my team. Okay. So those of you who don't know how to get access to that, I'm going to show you through my Gmail account. I have an email address called Letitia Campbell Consulting @gmail.com. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys and show you how I get access to it. So this right here is my inbox, my Gmail inbox. Ooh, it's flying here. And if you go to this box up here, do you guys see that? These little dots right here, it should be right next to your picture. You click that, and then you can get access to your Google Drive, okay? So that shows there. Wait for it. So I already have some stuff already created for my live stream content, and I'll give you my share link down below if you guys want it. So for example, This is my live stream content from last week. And if you guys see, this is my complete form. So if you guys see, it has the days and times that I went live last week. I'm just gonna run through it for you guys so y'all can see it. And those of y'all who are my clients, y'all already have this template. Okay, so this is my personal one. I give my clients the ones that they can edit, but I want to show you how a complete one looks. So here's what I do every week. Every single week, I say, you know, what is the problem that I'm going to talk about on live, right? So I start off with the problem. So last week I said, you know what? I'm going to talk about how people can do a better job, or how can I make people aware that their sales pitch sucks, right? So the problem I'm going to agitate for the week is sales pitch. This was last week. Then I was like, okay, I got to have a CTA. If y'all don't know what CTA is, it's call to action, right? What service am I going to be promoting? So last week I was like, okay, I'm going to promote the waitlist for my success tour. Then the third part was, well, what time am I going to go live? Because if y'all don't carve out time, it's never going to happen. And even if you're a little bit late or a lot of late, let's say if you're an hour late, still show up anyway. Now, someone asked me a couple of months back, they were like, well, coach, when is the best time to go live? The best time to go live is whenever you can be consistent. So if you choose 2 a.m. in the morning and you can stay consistent at 2 a.m. in the morning, go for it. People will show up at whatever time that you decide to show up. And another thing, let's be all the way truthful here. People will go back and watch your replays. There's more people that will watch your replays than they will who will actually be on your live. So never assume because there's only 2 people on your live that it's not going to be 200 views by next month. So don't get tripped up. The purpose of this is to get a level of consistency. We're not looking at views. We're not looking at likes. Engagement, yeah, comments are good, but there's a way you can actually pull comments from people, right? But the purpose is just you have to create content. And that's the part that I get so frustrated with some of y'all about, is that y'all are focused on the wrong thing. Just create content. Be a content creator. And it could be that one moment where somebody actually will fish through your content and say, wow, this girl creates a lot of content. Let me reach out to her. She can actually give value to my event, or value to my summit, or value to my program, or what have you. Or clients are looking at that too, y'all. Before they work with you, you can reach out to them. You can see that they can look at your website, but they always go back to your social media and say, what content? Like this girl reached out to me, and not you, Sasha, this other little girl. And she was like, oh, I noticed that you are a business owner. I offer virtual assistant services. I went to her page and she had no picture on her page. It was just a logo. And I don't know about me. I'm talking about me, the LC. I'm talking about me. I don't work with anybody that just have a bunch of logos and little graphics on their page. It's like, how do you look? I want to see your face. Like, she got no family pictures. It was just all logo. And like, people like to buy from people, not, you know, before they get to buying to your brand, they got to see that you're actually a person. So, and granted, she was a nice, sweet lady, but I was just like, I got to see her face. That's just me. I'm just old school with that. And the world is the same way. So let's go back to this sheet here. Okay, so after that, I then create my titles, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how you can create titles. I leave a section for anyone who's hopping on my live that's new. I write their name in. I write the names of the people who saw my replays and watch parties, and that's just how I follow up. All of y'all know in my SSA program, I teach you guys my 3L follow-up process of how I pull these names that I write down and actually follow up with them and close them. Okay, so let's go back to the top. All right, so this is a working meeting, guys. I want y'all to do me a favor. Right below this video, today's Tuesday, let's create your content now. Right below this video, talk about the one problem that you want to talk about this week with your audience. One problem, one. Let me see down below. Hey, Teresa King. Hey, Candace Mitchell, or Michelle, sorry. Yeah, April said yes. They may look at your lives weeks later. Absolutely. I've been seeing you going live a lot too, April. That's great. Keep up at it. It doesn't matter if you're in your car. You don't have to be done up every day. It doesn't have to. That's the thing, y'all. Y'all are looking at these people, and I got caught in that trap too, y'all. Where everything's all perfect and primed and propped. Becky with the good hair. Oh, and stay on the island. You know what I mean? Like, ooh. And next thing you know, you get inside is crooks, double crooks all day. Ross said hiring a caregiver for your parents. Okay. That can be a difficult, yeah, girl. A caregiver for your parents. Come on, y'all. If you want help, I'm going to take the first 3 people that type in their problems. Shoshana said that template is a lifesaver, super helpful, and a great way to create content in advance. Absolutely. Oh, I'm sorry. I did stop. I know now when to put the brakes on my reads now. I'm getting better. At least I'm not name dropping. That's, you know. I'm making people nervous, y'all. I mean, they be so, you ever been so nervous you gotta go to the bathroom? I'll be making people go to the bathroom on my reads, honey. They can't even clap back. They're like, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna excuse myself because I don't know what's gonna come after this read, you know. My reads were like, like a Uzi, honey. I'll be ready for the come. You don't mess with a woman who's a reader and is ready for your comeback. Because I know what you're going to say before you say it. See what I'm saying? Because I told y'all my reading started off when my first experience with reading people was me reading my cousins and my brother, my sister. We started off family reading each other. So there's no, the gloves are off when you're reading family, honey, because we all know everything about each other, right? So I'm a ruthless reader, honey. Sasha said why it's important to delegate to a VA. Why it's important to delegate with and to delegate to your VA, because you want to, your part is that now you're allowing them to claim possession of your services because you are the VA or their aspiring VA. Hey, Tris! Shoshana said, not nervous. I'm laughing so hard I might mess up my eye makeup. No, girl, I know you know. You know, girl, you know. You know. Robin said, right, we don't get ready. We are ready. Yeah, we don't listen. I don't get ready. I am ready. I'll be like this. What's she gonna say? I'm ready. I'm ready. Okay, what's she gonna say? That my favorite my favorite GIF is I love True Blood. And when I forgot the guy's name in True Blood. Oh my God, I just skipped my mind. Hold on, let me wait, y'all wait. When Lafayette was cooking and he had this beautiful rapper, he took his earrings off. I think Natasha, you're on here. Tasha Davis, you sent me that GIF. He was like, that I was like, that is me! That's me! That's me! Just so graceful. It's like, honey. Okay, one more, guys. One more, guys. One more problem. I got Roz and I got Tasha so far. Y'all want help? Come and get it. Come and get it. Come on, waiting for one more. Alone in the room. Oh, what's that? All right, who else got something? Who else got something? Let me see. All right, so we work with you. That is perfectly fine. So just so y'all know, those y'all watching on Facebook, I'm doing this training on Zoom. I got people right here on Zoom, and I'm also doing it on Facebook. All right, so here we go, guys. So just pretend that you have a blank sheet, right? With the, hold on, let me pull up this website. So how do you come up with titles? That's the first thing that's the second thing I start off with. No, not the second thing. First, you start off with the problem that you're going to talk about. Now, number two, what is going to be your CTA? What is going to be your call to action this week? So after you, like for example, Roz, you are going to talk about hiring a caregiver for your parents. What are you offering, right? What are you going to be offering this week? Sasha, you're talking about why is it important to delegate to your VA? What are you offering? Are you offering a program? Are you offering a challenge? Are you offering an ebook? Like, what is it that you're offering? What is your paid offer that you're going to be offering? Those of y'all who are watching on the Facebook, you can also put that in down below as well. What is your offer? Okay, so that's number two. Just like I said on my template here, right? You first focus on what problem you want to agitate, like what problem you're not talking about the solution to the problem, right? When I was talking about sales pitching last week, I didn't give away my sales pitching process. I didn't give away anything that I teach. I only talked about and stay stuck to the problem, right? And then your CTA, your call to action. Okay, let me go back here to the comments. Let's see. Ross said, I have an ebook called Prepare Your Care. Love it. We'll write that down. Amazing, amazing, amazing. All right, anybody else? If y'all want help, come and get it. April said, drop some names. Girl, you messy. I love you, my love. Okay, so once you guys think of that, let's move on here. Now, before you start typing in what your content is, you now have to ask yourself, well, how many times can I actually physically go live this week? Okay, I do my live stream scheduling week by week because I'm a mom of four, right? So I can't stay consistent every single week. If you're gonna do pre-recorded content, that's different. But live stream content, you got to make sure that every week you can stick to a particular day or days or time. So last week I said, well, I can go live twice a day because, you know, basically I have a free week. I didn't have a lot to do with client calls and all this other stuff. So I said twice a day, and I chose my times, which was 9 a.m. Eastern and 12 p.m. And actually, you know, you got to type it out. You can put it in your head, but typing it out actually allows your brain to shift to that schedule, right? All right, Ross says I can go live daily or a minimum of three days a week. Yeah, but you got to write it out. So that's why it's so important about this template. Is like you actually should be typing it out and putting it there. So for example, yesterday out of the blue, my husband's like, well, can we go out yesterday? And I'm like, cool, but I got something to do at 9. I got something to do at 1. So I'm able to tell people, listen, I'm not available. But before, I didn't type none of that stuff up. And I was like, well, I'll go live sometime in the morning or sometime in the afternoon or sometime in the evening. So it's good to have that written down on your sheet. Ross said, I can go live at 7 a.m. That's a great time to go live, or earlier. That's a great time. Yeah, go for it. As long as you can stay consistent with it, right? You don't have to go live twice a day. If it's once a day or once every other day, you got to still type it out. Now, the meaty part of all this is titles, right? You always got to have captivating titles. And for some reason, once you have your title created, your content flows after that because you know what the title, what it is you're going to talk about. So I use this site, and huge congrats to one of my top VAs, Therese. She gave me this link to a site because I was using a totally different site before. What we use is a blogging site where bloggers get their titles from. Those are the best. It's called Fat Joe. Don't ask me. It's not by the Fat Joe, the guy Fat Joe. This is just, I don't know why they named it Fat Joe, but it's fatjoe.com/. Matter of fact, I'll just put it in the comments here so y'all see it. Y'all want the link? If y'all don't want the link, I won't put it in the comments. Y'all know what it is? Y'all want the link? All right. Oh, Zoom said they want the link. Do y'all want the link over here on Facebook? Oh, Therese said Facebook business beginning package. That's good. Yeah, that's a solid package there, girl. All right. So let me see if y'all want Facebook. Do y'all want the link? Hey, Mary Allen. Hey, Trina Marie. Hey, Dorothea. Dorothea says she wants the link. So I'm going to give it. Here it go. All right. That's a really good blogging title site there. It's really, really good. All right. So I'm going to share my screen and show you guys exactly how to use it. I'm going to use Roz first as an example. So Roz, how many, I missed that part in the chat. How many days a week this week you're going to go live? Because today's Tuesday. So from Tuesday to Sunday, how many times you feel you're going to go live? Hey Nick, how are you? Get these names right. Okay, Ross said 5. Good. Okay, so all you need is 5 titles. Okay. So how you use it is you go to enter your topic keyword, which is hiring caregivers. All right. So when you type that in, you hit enter, it comes up with it comes up with titles. Now here's the thing. This is just to give you an idea of what title you want. You don't have to exactly use the same title if you don't want to. I sort of remix it, but I leverage this site, this resource, to steer me in the right direction. So the first title, Roz, that came up for you was 10 tips for making a good hiring caregivers even better. For making a good hiring. You could change the wording to this. Like it could be, you could do 3 tips or 3 mistakes when hiring a caregiver. Right? That can be, let me write that down. So topic number 1 is 3 mistakes you're doing, or you could put will do, 3 mistakes you will make when hiring a caregiver. Okay? Well, Nick, I'm helping you out right here. Now, the second option they gave you is the 3 biggest disasters in hiring a caregiver. You could put that's title number 2. You could put 5 of the biggest disasters people do when hiring a caregiver. Okay? Title number 3. Does your hiring caregivers pass the test? That's a good title. You can use this whole thing. So that's title number 3. Next one is 5 bad habits that people in the hiring caregiver industry need to quit. So yours can be this is title number 4, 5 bad habits you need to quit. Because when you use the words like you, it lets people feel like, okay, she's talking about me. The only thing you cannot use the word you on is when you're doing a Facebook ad. Did y'all know that? If you were to go on your business page and go live and you have that, hey, 5 bad habits you're making when hiring a caregiver, or that you will make, because you know caregiving sometimes people could be pre-planning for it for the future, right? So 5 bad habits you're going to make when hiring a caregiver. If you were to go live on your business page, Roz, and make that an ad right after, Facebook is going to not approve it because you can't use the word you in your ad copy. Okay, Facebook doesn't like it when you're using ads where it looks like you're trying to like talk to a person. It's like weird. It's like so freaking weird. So instead of using you, then just use women, right? Or middle age, or you know what I'm saying? Baby boomers or empty nesters, like something like that. Don't just change you to a title. Okay. Now the last title that we're going to use is I don't like number 6. Don't like number 5. Oh, this number 8 is good, Roz. You can do 3 things most people don't know, or maybe 3 things you don't know about hiring a caregiver. Right? Let me write that down. 3 things you don't know. So, Roz, you see how, because you asked that question earlier. You asked me, you was like, well, how can you draw a line between giving away the solution and offering too much? When you title your lives a certain way, or even your video content, guys, your posts, whatever, the title will force you not to go into the how side of your content, where now you're just talking about the what. What are the 3 things? What are the 5 things? What are the, you get what I'm saying? Hold on, somebody had a comment. 5 habits families make when hiring a caregiver. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so do you guys get that part so far? This, guys, whenever I'm doing this in my business, because I'm going to do this right after this live, because I'm going to create my content all week this week. What happens is that it takes less than 30 minutes. And when I'm doing this for my business, I lock my door. It has to be total silence. I have to allow my brain to work and to do its thing, right? Total silence, right? So boom. What's the next part, guys? What's the next part? And I'm going to put it right back on the screen. All right. And just so you guys know, those of y'all who want this replay, join my waitlist, camelsuccessnetwork.com. I have an event coming up in Dallas, Texas, y'all. Dallas, Texas, from March 6th to March 10th. We're kicking off 2020 the right way, right back in Dallas. It's for my Success Tour event. I know Sasha's going to be there. Roz, you need to be there, girl, and talk about this caregiving thing, because you'll be the only one talking about caregiving, so that's good. So if you want to be a speaker, sponsor, vendor, or attendee, go to camelsuccessnetwork.com right now and join my wait list, okay? And those of you who decide to come in any capacity, whether it's as an attendee, as a sponsor, speaker, whatever, I will give you the replay to this, just so you know, and a bunch of all the little treats, okay? And also, I'm having an amazing pre-Black Friday offer for my Success Tour event. So make sure you guys go to camelsuccessnetwork.com. All right, so let's go back to the template lattes. So now what I do, and again, this is my sheet from last week. Now what you could do, Roz, you can just plug in the titles and then plug in the content. Number 1, tip number 2, number 3, all the way to whatever tip that you want to use, and start giving yourself bullet points, right? So whenever you are talking live, we make that biggest mistake of when we are over delivering. Sometimes it happens without us even knowing. So when that comes, it's good to, thank you so much, Therese. It's good to camelsuccessnetwork.com. It's good to have just bullet points up, and then you talk about the bullet points. What was the other thing I was going to mention? Did this help anybody? Type in me if this helped you at all. And during the event, guys, we're going to be doing the same exercise at the event. We're going to be talking about content creation, sellable branding. We're going to be talking about a lot of different things during the 5-day event. And all you guys know, whenever I do events, they're all inclusive. All you basically have to do is show up. Your hotel stay will be covered. Beautiful, beautiful rooms. Those of y'all who attended the event 2 weeks ago, please like the comments up with you guys testimonials. Your food is paid for, is covered. Your accommodations are covered, so you don't have to worry about that. You just gotta pay for that plane ticket and show up. And another thing is that the flights to Dallas are super dirt cheap right now, so it's better if you guys get in immediately, so that way you can get a crazy cheap discount on your flight. Okay. Awesome, awesome, awesome. What was the next thing I was going to mention? Oh, should have wrote it down. Yeah, so that's what you guys, just the same, y'all can do the same exact example that I just showed Roz on how you could just create content and put it out there. All you guys can do this, right? Do y'all really feel like, wow, I can now start to create it? It's just you spending the time. And here's another thing, guys. If you do this for the next 5 weeks straight, starting this week will be week 1 for you, where you create content. Let's say, Roz, you're talking about hiring caregivers, right? And the next week it could be what to look out for in a good caregiver or whatever. Like every week you're talking about a different problem. On that 6th week, you could just re-talk about what you talked about on week 1. That's a trick that people don't tell you. People will tell you, oh, you got to create brand new content all the time. No, you don't. You could just regurgitate the same thing you talked about before. You just change some stuff a little bit. Maybe you got a new idea on one of the tips that you was talking about 4 weeks before that. But you don't have to create 52 weeks worth of content. No, you stay consistent with 5 weeks of content, and then rinse and repeat what you talked about. Because like I told you guys 2 weeks ago, in order to be good at selling your service or your opportunity, is that you got to understand how the brain works. The brain moves when it's constantly seeing the same thing pop up, or the same topic, or the same idea. How many of y'all bought like a lipstick or an outfit or a car? Like, let's say, for example, you bought a Range Rover, and a purple Range Rover, right? And all of a sudden, you're going to see purple Range Rovers everywhere. That's not just a coincidence. That's your brain is already triggered because it sees that purple Range Rover all the time. You desired it for weeks. Maybe you went on YouTube and you saw some purple Range Rover videos from different YouTubers, and you've been on different car dealership websites and you saw the same purple Range Rover, or you've been to dealerships, you saw the same purple Range Rover. Then you bought it, right? And now you're seeing the same car and color and model everywhere. That car color and car model was always around, but your brain targeted. See, that's what's awesome about marketing. This is what I love about what I do, is that because I know how the brain works. So I'm not going to be like everybody else creating new stuff for 52 weeks out of the year. Being the fact that I know how the brain works is that whenever you're creating anything new, you're forcing somebody's brain to start from point A. So they'll never get to point Z, which means it's time for them to pull out their credit card, right? Because you keep creating new, you keep repositioning them back to new. But when you keep it to the point where you have content, you're talking about that content, and then you regurgitate it back up again, now their brain is like a washing machine. It's like, you wash your clothes, it goes around. You don't take clean clothes and put it back in a washing machine, let it get clean, put it back. You know what I mean? You don't do that. Are y'all getting what I'm saying so far? This is the sell. This is why y'all don't need no more branding coaches. Y'all branding coaches out there. I'm about to put y'all in the business. These branding coaches, business coaches, y'all don't need another one. Y'all need a sales coach. Because I am certified in sales psychology. I know how the brain works. And I did a training 2 weeks ago. If y'all missed that, go check it out. I said I was going to take it down. I didn't take it down yet. But when you understand how the brain works, and knowing that when the minute you pique the curiosity side of our brain, because y'all done the same thing too. That's the part that I understand about some of y'all. Y'all have these same habits, but don't understand that your audience has the same habits as well. Right? Y'all bought that lipstick, or y'all bought that car, or bought that jewelry. You know, I was in network marketing for almost 10 years, right? And let's say, I'm gonna use a company, for example, like Paparazzi, right? They know the psychology of people's brains. It's not the price. They're piquing somebody's habit. So when you show up every day, like I was doing a train the other night, and one of the ladies on the training, I did in front of a bunch of paparazzi girls, and one of the ladies on the train did not get anything I was saying. She's like, oh, I don't, you know, when you understand how the brain works and how they peaking that sense of like, oh, that's why casinos, when you're on a slot machine, you just keep putting money in because you're not looking at what you're losing until way after the fact. You're looking at the excitement. It's like, that's what people are like, I'm getting, you know, and their marketing is based on the fact of the excitement of the fact of, oh my God, I can get all this. It's quantities that they're looking at. Because how I'm looking at it as, well, I could pay $20 for one piece, or I can get 4 pieces. And if I have a good girl, she'll probably give me 2 free pieces. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Or free ship. You know what I'm saying? Price is irrelevant. If you're a coach and you're selling a 5K program, make the price irrelevant. How can I sit down right now and package up my 12-week program to the point where they're not even looking at the price? They're looking at all these lists of things that they're going to get. Because everyone else is doing pretty slideshows. See, I know what the issue is in this coaching industry, how there's more scams than real coaches like the LC. Okay? And knowing that all these coaches are doing to y'all are having pretty slide decks, popping their behind on a pretty old island. People could be in Compton and post pictures when they was in Bermuda two years ago, right? Saying they're making all this money, but not telling you what currency is in. Because New York money and pesos are two totally, I'm a millionaire then. If you're going to go buy pesos, then pesos is what, $50? That's a million pesos. And we all millionaires. Who got $50 in their bank account right now? Me. I got $50 in my purse right now. Right? But the point I'm trying to make is make the price irrelevant. They're not even worried about. They're like, oh, thank you, Roz. Thank you. Roz said, come back, coach. Thank you, Roz. Make the price irrelevant. So now when you know that your content has to be consistent, it has to be full with, I'm going to talk about the problem, talk about the problem, talk about the problem so much, and you are going to make people mad. Let me just do a disclaimer. If you are a purpose-driven woman, but she a Black woman, all my sisters, let me see some whoop whoops in the chat, honey. You're gonna make some people upset when you're talking about these problems they're having that they're failing to get a solution with. And understand that that's a good thing too. That is a good thing too, when you get people mad enough to make a change. You may have been that only person out on all the trillions of people on the line that pulled the sheet off their garbage. You wasn't trying to put lipstick on a pig. You're not talking about the successes and glitter. You're saying, listen, sis, you need to think about caregiving. Because at some point, you guarantee 3 things I know will happen in my lifetime is that I'm always going to be Black. I have to pay taxes, and I'm going to die. Right? We all know those 3 things are going to always happen, guarantee. I don't care what type of relationship we're in. A man can come and go. Kids can say they love you today, and then they get a little boyfriend, girlfriend, and then they leave the house. You know what I'm saying? The car is going to one day shut down. But the 3 things I know, what I know, is that I'm always going to be Black. I'm always going to be a Black woman. Okay? Gotta pay taxes, and I'm going to die. I love my husband. Y'all see my husband before, my Black man. I love my Black man. Okay, my man is a Black man, honey. He like Black like this. Okay, he like Black like this. Y'all see that? You know what I'm saying? He that mahogany. You know what I mean? Like, right? But he could be gone tomorrow. Right? I know those three things are going to happen. But what I'm trying to get you guys to understand is that you got to understand how the brain works in order to master this. Don't y'all want to master it? Listen, y'all, you're going to get this so much and more at my event. Go to camelsuccessnetwork.com. Go and register to join my wait list. I'm going to have a crazy, sickening early Black Friday offer coming up in the next couple of days. So y'all don't want to miss it. Did y'all get any value out of this? Type in me. What was the one takeaway? Let me get some feedback here. What was the number one takeaway that you have received from watching this? Because I am taking this down, so I want to know what you. What has been y'all takeaways, Hunty? Yeah. What has been your takeaway? Black man, honey. Hashtag Black love. Yeah. Sorry, y'all. 1 second. All right. Sasha said, be purposeful in your actions. Absolutely. Absolutely. Content, and also another thing, guys, I'm gonna give y'all a book to take. It's called Still Like an Artist. You ever read that book? I think Roz, you've read it before. The book is called Still Like an Artist. Go grab it on Amazon. I don't get no affiliation credit for this. But it's a really easy read, totally easy read. And it teaches you the fact that, because all these coaches, consultants, and service providers think that their content is theirs, like they the originators of branding or the originators of business. I'm like, girl, you need to go sit down and get some lotion for them ankles. But that book would tell you that nothing in life, especially on the internet, is original. It was sourced from somewhere. Right? So that's what that book would tell you. So when realizing that, everywhere you go, you open your brain to content. Like I get content from watching TD Jakes, right? Or I get content from looking at what's that show called? Oh my God, I just had it on the tip of my tongue and it left my mind. I get content from watching the news. I get content from everywhere. This morning I got this amazing content I'm going to share with you guys later this week. I had a conversation with the Uber driver this morning. Like I get content from everywhere, and you got to open you guys' brains up to that. Is that instead of looking at your competitors and saying, "Oh," and this goes into the branding side, "Oh, I can't be like them. I can't have my graphics like them. I can't show up like them." Don't look at them. Look at the people who they're getting a result for. I don't look at none of these little girls out here that do what I do. I may watch y'all every now and again to see how I can mix it up. But I'm looking at the comments. I'm looking at, well, who have they helped? And if they did help somebody, how can I do better, create a better result, for my people? You get what I'm saying? That's what you guys need to look at, the fruit. See, that's what somebody mentioned, the fruit a couple of weeks back. And I had to go biblical back with them. It's like, yo, if you want to talk about the fruit, let's talk about what the Bible says about fruit. Y'all need to go back and watch that post, honey. Don't talk about the fruit, honey. What does God? Somebody said, but God. What does God say about the fruit? Okay. If you don't know, you better go get you your Bible, honey. My biggest takeaway was addressing the what in my live stream. That's right, Roz. Talk about the what, not the how. What does God say about the fruit, honey? And I read down that scripture for Phil. Don't come for me. Because I told y'all, didn't I tell y'all? I tell people don't come for me because I will get off my throne to throw tomatoes with you. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna let it go. No, I will get off my throne and I will throw tomatoes with you. Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. That's all that I have for you guys. That's all that I have for you guys this morning. I hope everyone got a whole heap full, a whole mouthful of value. If you haven't done so already, go to camelsuccessnetwork.com, join my wait list. It's just a small, short application that you have to fill out with some details about my upcoming Success Tour event. So thank you, Brenda Early, for hopping on. Teresa, thank you. Thank you, Nick Journey, for joining. Hey, Annette, welcome, welcome, sis. Hey, Christina, welcome. Thank you, Tara Brown. Thank you so much for hopping on. Jacqueline Jeter, happy to see you, sis. My lovely Therese, happy belated. Everybody say happy belated birthday, Therese. Thank you, Roz and Sasha, for hopping on here. Hopping on here on the Zoom. Thank you so much, ladies. Hey, Tasha, welcome, sis. I'll get on a call with you this week, love. Dorothea, thank you. Mary Allen, Shoshana Cuevas. Yes. And if I missed anyone, so sorry about that. Again, camelsuccessnetwork.com, guys. That's the place to go. And I will see you guys tomorrow. All right. Thank y'all for watching. As always, don't forget, get out there and dominate because it's time to design a life that you deserve. Bye, guys. Love y'all.